Now take me to the mountain. Take me to Mount Kenya. Let's talk about the politics of the region. The politics that has become the talk of the town. Yesterday, an incident unfolded at Kamukunji Stadium in Nyeri town, where Maina wa OTC, a very popular Akorino reverend, held the Mount Kenya Nation Prayer Day. It was humongous. It was filled to the core. I mean, people showed up for that guy because every prophecy that the guy has recently talked about has come to pass. Now, the main guest of the event, who was invited by Maina wa OTC himself, was none other than Dorcas Rigathi Gachagua, the wife to the former Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. Now, Dorcas arrived at the event very early. Remember, she is a pastor by profession. And she took the podium to read the Bible and to speak to the people that had come there. Now, she spoke with a lot of integrity and a lot of intelligence when it comes to matters revolving around politics in the country, and more so about the young men and women. But jioni is when hell broke loose. Ilikuwa kitu saa tisa hivi. I am giving you the details because I was at the event. Now the surveillance team of Maina Njega arrived. The surveillance team arrived, did their surveillance to see whether people had come, to see the crowd that was there, who were the guests, who had arrived and who had not. So when they did their surveillance, they realized the only person that was there was the Nyeri deputy governor and Dorcas Rigathi Gachagua. A lot of people also expected that Gachagua would show up yesterday, but Gachagua sensed the danger and he never showed up. Now, the name of Maina Njega is a name that sends cold on fears around the Mount Kenya region because of the events that unfollowed back in the years when he was the active Mungiki leader. So Maina Njega showing up. Now, I have said about his surveillance team. Listen to this. Maina Njega last year 2024 huko mwanzo and back in the year 2023, his movements were never known. He would just show up. Hey, at an event, he would just show up. He never announced, he never made it, a public press invited, kujeni, tuko na event, no. Because back then, Rigathi Gachagua was in government. Rigathi Gachagua was the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. And Gachagua felt threatened by Maina Njega, according to how Maina Njega used to gather crowns in the Mount Kenya region. So Gachagua used to send team to follow Maina Njega. Let me give you an example of how Maina Njenga's evaded capture, evaded being traced by Rigathi Gachagua. Look at it right now. Rigathi Gachagua, you heard him saying that a car by the NIS has been following him. You have heard other leaders from the opposition saying that they're being trailed. One, Jimmy Wanjigi, said that cars were parked outside his residence for 1 month. You heard other leaders who are opposing the government say that. But no time have you heard the Maina Njega say that nimefuatwa, kuna gari zinanifuata. Because let me tell you, if there is a man that has mastered the art of slipping off the hands of the police, that a man called Maina Njega. If there is somebody that you cannot trace, that mkona kagari mnafuata Maina Njega, mkona his drivers, I don't know where they were trained, but how they avoid being tracked is something that should be written down in the books. It's something that should be given. It's a booklet that should be added over to the opposition so that they will learn how that man really moves around. Unaweza fuata gari ya Maina Njega following a Prado thinking that Maina is in that car. Yet, alisha slipiwa kwa probox yenye ilikaa ikangoja nyinyi mtoke ndio sasa yeye atoke. So wale wenye wanafuata, they are following the Prado inaenda nyumbani kwake. You know, ni mtu ako na nyumba mingi, huwezi jua anaenda kukaa kwa gani leo. Now that aside, let's get back to the politics. When Maina arrived yesterday, after his surveillance team did their surveilling, he arrived at a time that Mama Dorcas Rigathi had just finished praying for the youth. So Maina getting into the event, the team that now has been appointed or has been hired by Rigathi Gachagua to safeguard Mama Dorcas Rigathi, they moved on very swiftly. Mama alishikwa kichwa chini kwa gari. In a span of seconds, she was also out of that place. After the media did not really realize, we were thinking that, Mama ako hapo, and I was wondering, how will it happen? Maina Njega seated beside Dorcas Rigathi Gachagua. Then I go there to realize that Dorcas isn't here. Dorcas has already gone. Now let's come down to the analyzing of the situations around the Mount Kenya region. Maina Njega, in the past, his security was 4 to 3 guys, and those that were official were 4 to 3 guys that he himself had hired. Now, right now, Maina Njega has 3 Subarus given to him by the government, with trained government agents to protect him. Yani, I looked at it and I was like, wait a minute. Maina has been given the security that a minister is given. Now let's get down to the politics. Why Maina Njega has received all these privileges from the government? Dorcas yesterday, kama Maina Njega ange show up, the whole event jana, it would have been an event of accusing, pointing fingers at President William Ruto and Professor Ruto And Kindiki, and singing praises to Rigathi Gachagua. But when Maina Njega came, the whole narrative changed. It became now, it's a matter of us praying for the nation. It's a matter of us wanting what's best for the nation. That's what happened. Why am I saying this? In the Mount Kenya region, since Professor Ruto And Kindiki was appointed the deputy president, he has not had any major event in the Mount Kenya region. And he seems to have abandoned the mountain. But he knows he needs the mountain for him to cling to power, or to be again being given an opportunity to be the running mate of President William Ruto in the politics of the year 2027. And Ruto And Kindiki knows he is not a popular candidate in the Mount Kenya region. For the best that he could do is find somebody to make him popular in the Mount Kenya region and to deal with Gachagua. In the Mount Kenya region right now, it's Gachagua against Maina Njega. And remember, Gachagua, when he was in government, he used the agencies, the manpower ya police to intimidate Maina Njega. Now Maina Njega has the protection of the government. Huwezi mguza. And ndio maana nakwambia, if what happened yesterday was back in the year 2023, Maina Njega saa hii angekuwa anatafutwa kama mwizi. But the DCI are quiet. Everybody is quiet. Nobody is pointing fingers at Maina Njega. Nobody is saying this and that. Only Rigathi Gachagua and a few individuals that support him were making noise on social media. So Maina Njega, it's him who is the deputy president right now against an opposition called Rigathi Gachagua in the Mount Kenya region. Let me tell you, kuna wale watu they are making noise saying, oh, Maina Njega has no following. That whoever follows Maina Njega is either crooked or somebody that has no brain. Let me tell you, If you want to know that that man has a following, all right, he has believers. Maina Njega has a cult-like following that is embedded inside the mountain to the root core of the mountain. Even wazees. Leave about the allegations that you hear every day. But people in the mountain that have really heard of that man's story and gotten a chance to chat with him, they love Maina Njega. So hata warushe dongo waseme nini, because a lot of people right now are arguing that Gachagua this, Gachagua that. It's because you have that sympathetic mind, and that is why you sympathize with Rigathi Gachagua. Well, let me tell you, Rigathi Gachagua was somebody, ni mtu ambaye if he had that little power again ya kuweza kufunza hawa wanamuoppose a lesson, they would never be seen. Wange disappear na wange waionekana tena. So I tell you, among them nobody is good, but you should realize Gachagua is trying now to build a portfolio, a following, which Maina Njega built long time ago, being referred to the chairman of the Mount Kenya region. Is not a title that you get just anyhow. It's a title that comes with the things that you have done to earn it. And now Gachagua, the wife, and other people who follow Gachagua, they're now riding on the sympathetic tide. And that sympathetic tide is to point fingers at Maina Njega. Because jana, one thing I realized, hakuna mtu alikuwa na vurugu. They came, those vijana came, following Maina Njega as they always do. For them to create a narrative, they moved Dorcas out of there. I try to think of it. What card is Maina Njega playing? And then I realize Ruto And Kindiki has to have somebody that must make him the king of the mountain. And that person is none other than Maina Njega. We have waited for Gachagua to unveil his next move this month, but the month is coming to an end. So Gachagua might just be somebody that has the voice to say it but has not the guts to deliver. Wadau ni hayo kwa sasa, tuungane katika video zetu zijazo. Usisahau kusubscribe. Hii ni Mwandanto TV.